bum 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 bum. Ooh, hold up. Touch up mode. Retouch. Does it do anything to me? Does it like make me like more homogeneous looking? I can't tell. Strange. I can't even roll in peace. Everybody knows me. I feel that. I feel that, Kodak. Dump 2024. Dumping pants. Dumping pants. Do you see they had to put a towel underneath him so he wouldn't poop all over the couch and that on the View? Did you guys see that shit? They had to put a towel underneath him so he didn't go poopy on the View. Did you see it? Yeah. I'm gonna turn it on. I'm gonna turn it on. The dumbs are gonna have to touch the button. Let's see. They're gonna have to touch the button. Dum-dums must touch the button to talk. I love it. It's fantastic, man. They need to add more punitive shit, you know? I wish they would give me a button to turn on anybody's webcam and take a picture of them. You are Bangladesh? Cool. I am California. How are you? You're not gonna like what you see. Oh, dude. No, not fry their phone. I just want a picture of them. Like, and then it just like posts to everybody in the chat. Oh, I want it so bad. Give it to me. Just empower me and watch it happen. Watch it start happening. That's good for you, bud. I just started one. So I'll be joining you here shortly. Dude had to subscribe to say it. I love them. Give me the engagement. It just makes more people come in here. It floods people in. Touch it and say something stupid. Please. Please. Sup? Sup? Where you from, man? You from around here? I wouldn't just walk into this neighborhood and say sup, homie. You from around here? You know where you at, homie? You got a little yapper keeping you up? Aw, poor little yapper. Poor little yapper. What set do I rep? You don't even deserve to know, homie. You're not even at a level where you could ask me for my set. That's what set I rep. You feel me? You gotta be at a certain level of respect to even ask me that question. And you're not there. You're not there. What will you discuss tonight? That's the question, isn't it? That's always the question. When I do these. What will I discuss tonight? The dopest live stream ever? You guys heard it here. The dopest live stream ever from the Great White North. They know up there because they got nothing to do but watch live streams. They're snowed in. 360 days a year, they're snowed in. Paul, what do you think about Anne Frank's diary? Interesting read, isn't it? You got the double wide body kit, don't you? I do. Thanks for touching the poop before you chatted too. Thanks for the subscription. I appreciate it. Anyone else got an OG Dynor shirt from 2015? I do. I do. People are very obsessed with you. I know. I'm aware, dude. It's because I'm an expert in getting under people's skins, especially dumbs. Like, the dumber you are, the further I'm gonna get up underneath your fingernail bed. I get all the way under. I get like, create a hate sub, create 10 million alt accounts level under somebody's skin, bro. That's deep. You're embedded deep. You should go check them out, dude. They're fun. It's like the gorilla cage, and the gorillas are throwing poo-poo at each other. There's like a poo-poo war going on right now. You should check them out. I'll send some traffic their way. They're showing their big red baboon ass. Make sure you go into OK Buddy Deep Fat Fried and ask when Israel is going to stop committing genocide. Just ask the question. Trust me, it'll be fun. Just be like, hey guys, any idea when Israel's gonna have committed enough genocide? It works. It's cute. Man, you guys are gonna get a short one tonight. My phone didn't charge Wah, wah, wah. Mm. What do you think that art should be valued differently with money involved? I don't. I like micheladas. I put that on my Diddy and Mama. You got it, bud. You made the smart decision and you listened to me and you watched a good movie. Dude. You guys are whack as fuck tonight, bro. Knock, knock. Wake up. Oh, yeah, dude. I have impeccable taste in movies and music, and I hardly ever get any accolades for it, dude. But my taste in both of those things, top tier. I can always put you onto a good music artist. I can always put you onto a good movie. I'm on the next level when it comes to that stuff. Best Wu-Tang member. I mean, overall, Ghost. My favorite is Meth. Who you listening to lately? Lots of Kodak Black, I guess. BLP Kosher. What else?
No, I was just saying, like, you tried that AI DJ, and the first thing it played was Kodak Black.
I know. I've been obsessed with Kodak Black for a minute. What are your thoughts about Mandy? You know what? I remember liking that movie, but I don't remember a fucking thing about it, so I must not have liked it all that much.
Yeah, it was like an interesting experience, but just kind of like meh in terms of like impact.
Yeah. It was fun to look at. Kodak is hilarious. I love him. He's my favorite. D, move your ass. Inside you go.
Yep.
Outburst. Boy. Go. Inside. You're on timeout.
I felt that way about Annihilation too. Did you see that one?
Yes. Interesting to watch, but didn't really have much to say.
Yeah.
Wasn't a very impactful experience to me. It's another one that people just like fucking couldn't stop talking about that I didn't really care to watch.
Yeah. There's a balance between abstract and impactful. If you go too abstract, then it's...
Yeah. I liked the bear part. That was cool, but that's like the only thing I really remember about it. I remember there being a big shiny wall that they walked through and they got lost in there. And then there was a bear. That's what I took from that movie. I just recently learned about tetration and Graham's number. Relearning math. To have that on my mind next time I trip balls with my friends, Mr. Mushroom. Okay. Well, good for you, bud. Yeah, I have no clue what either of those things are, bro. Do you know what tetration is?
I know titration is like when you slowly increase or decrease a dose.
Tetration.
Then I don't know. Graham's
number. No, Doesn't ring a bell to me.
I assume maybe he means titration because of grams also being part of that sentence, but I don't know.
No, graham, like graham cracker.
Oh.
Graham. I don't fucking know. He's just dropping like esoteric math knowledge to flex. Nobody cares, bro. You made my head hurt, and you didn't even explain what either of the things are, and you made me mad with it. You know what I mean? Math is just...
Throw any more random terms.
Yeah.
Nah.
No more random flexing, okay? Nobody cares what esoteric shit. Now you got me mad. Now you pissed me off, bro. Now you got me mad. I don't know why that got me mad, but it did.
Well, because it's like fancy nonsense.
Yeah.
Apropos of nothing, off topic, fancy nonsense.
Goddamn right. That's exactly why it is. I don't know why I feel like you carry a lot of wisdom. Can you share some with us tonight? No. No. I'm not a wise old sage because I've got a beard. I'm not an endless fount of anecdotes and wisdom.
The wisdom comes,
yes,
but you got to be patient for it.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like stick a coin in and get a pithy phrase.
Exactly. I'm just gonna let Amelia answer all these fucking questions. She's got it better than me. Yeah, I prefer like language-based nonsense and highfalutin terms. If you're gonna have a 50-cent college flex with me, it's probably better to do it with English stuff because I at least know a little bit about language and writing and reading and... But math, bro, I can't even do... I don't even think I could do long division anymore, to be honest with you, if I sat down in front of a problem.
I probably couldn't either.
I don't think most people could. Do they even teach long division anymore?
I think they do, but I think they also have like a weird way to do it.
So like a calculator or something they let them use now? Yeah, dude, I still add with my fingers and stuff too when I have to count stuff. When I have to keep track.
You know what I'm really bad at?
What?
Alphabetical order. I feel like I have to go through the whole alphabet every time.
I'm pretty good at alphabetical order. I can do like referential alphabetical order. I can kind of picture in my brain the whole alphabet. I can't do it super duper fast. I'm not like some superhuman with it, but I'm good at alphabetizing. So maybe that's a thing. I've never had a problem alphabetizing. I remember I used to blow those out of the water when they would be like, put these in alphabetical order. I'd be like, bitch, give me something hard.
Can you do the alphabet backwards easily or no?
No. No.
When I was in gymnastics, they had us do it, like, do the wall sit while doing the alphabet backwards, and I sucked so bad at it, because
I can't do it. Why does math have to suck so much?
Because it's abstract, and our brains don't like it, I think.
Yeah.
The dogs are riled up about something tonight.
I think they think I'm barking at them with my fucking weed coughs. I'm like, oh yeah, motherfucker. To you too, bitch.
Probably whatever downward chased over there is bugging them over there now.
Yeah, just a cat. Sounded like a cat to me, the way it climbed. I love math. I think it's because I'm Asian. That's That's a stereotype, but one that holds a lot of truth. There's a lot of really good Asian math people. Asian people do love their math. I'm not gonna lie. It is strange. It'd be interesting to look into, like, it's one of those things that I wonder if you could even nail it down, like why certain cultures produce people that are savants in certain types of STEM.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Well, it might have to do with language. It might have to do with other things that we think are totally unrelated.
Yeah.
To do with fucking just culture.
I have a master's in applied math, and I think if you love math, you're a nerd. There you go. Good for you, bud. The math whizzes really needed to flex tonight. All of them did.
Yeah.
All the math people were like, I can add two numbers together. It's like, cool, bro. Good for you, man.
Now ChatGPT's doing all the math for people.
I know. I don't need you guys anymore, dude. I can just tell ChatGPT to solve for X. I don't need to know sine, cosine, and tangent. Yeah, dude.
That was the barrier of having everything be a calculator, was those word problems. But now you can just give the word problem to ChatGPT.
Yeah, now I just give it a ChatGPT and it spits out the perfect answer every
and it
time.
explains it for you too if you want.
So I can show my work, yeah. Yeah, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You guys have it easy, and you guys are doing worse. You guys are doing worse in school than my generation did, and you guys got it easier. We didn't have no fucking ChatGPT. You kidding me? We had no AI we could go sneak and ask a fucking complex ass math problem to. You know what we had to do? We had to track down our parents. And, you know, I don't know about your parents, but my parents weren't much better than me when it came to shit like that. Once I got to, like, algebra, Dad was able to puzzle it out a little bit, I guess, but it was like being in class again, so I didn't want to ask him. So I just fucking dealt with it. You won't always have a calculator in your pocket. Yeah, seriously, dude. Those people in shambles right now. Oh, yeah, 28.8 dial-up. Yeah. I remember the pre-56K days. I remember 56K came out and it was like, you can load a whole picture in like a minute. A whole image in a minute, bro. It's like blazing fast.
Did you ever have the botched download where like something was almost done and then like someone picked up the phone or some shit?
Oh, all the time. I used to, because I got into like pirating video games really early because it was just like the Wild West. Mm-hmm. So people would upload the entirety of a game, like
where you didn't even have to like do any weird shit to it.
Yeah, it would just like you just put it in the folder and run the executable. But it's huge. I mean, for that time, it was a big file to transfer, way bigger than like a low res picture. And so what I would do is I would start that download and just leave it on all night. And of course, you know, cross my fingers that the first time somebody picked up the phone, it was done, you know. So yeah, it was always like I hope nobody tries to use the phone game to get those big files. But I remember I downloaded Warcraft, the first Warcraft, Orcs and Humans, and Warcraft 2. There was like a net hacked version of that we were passing around, so nobody had to buy it. Yeah, as soon as my dad found out I could do that, he was all interested in it, so he was downloading shit. Like, we got in on the ground floor of that, like, file sharing shit. It was direct FTP links. I don't know if you've ever fucked with an FTP.
I know that like the audio thing has that option, but I've never fucked with it.
It's just an old, it stands for File Transfer Protocol. And it is the early version of file sharing, right? Somebody has to host it. That host file had to be live in old FTP format. So like it had to be, the person had to be connected. Yeah, before peer-to-peer, bro. This was like just because like trying to explain the very early internet. We're talking the late 80s and early 90s here, right? So like 90% of people didn't even know what the internet was at this point. My dad was a computer nerd, so I did. And my friends were, well, one of my little groups of friends were nerdy as well. And so I had this whole crew of people. We were always, you know, like, share it, like downloading these things. And when we found a full download to save everybody else the trouble of leaving their shit on all night, we would put it on a bunch of 5 1/4 floppies or 3 1/4 floppies. Just, you know, the little hard disks.
The thing that looks like a save icon now.
Yeah, the save icon. And then, of course, like in the kind of like mid 90s is when I started burning CDs. And that was cool. If you like, I remember I begged my dad, I had to sell him on it because it was like, I think it was $100 upgrade or something to get a
disc drive?
CD read rewritable.
Oh, I see.
Right? You could get a CD we had a CD player in it, but I had to beg him to get a CDRW because before that, and I was doing shit before, I was ripping CDs to ISO. So there was a program that I would use that would take an entire CD and rip it to an ISO, and then I could put that ISO in chunks onto a it was just fucked up. I can't even remember. You had to, so I could, if somebody gave you an ISO, you could, without burning the CD, mount it to a drive and play the CD through your computer.
Like kind of like how I had to install.
Yes.
What you call it?
Yeah. EverQuest. Yeah. So yeah.
Eventually, they started to make it all in one, like where you could do the transfer and all that in the same disk drive.
Yeah.
The newer laptops.
Well, I remember there was a thing called a zip disk that my dad got, and the only limiting factor was that it had a pretty hefty buy-in. I think it was like $150 peripheral, but it was somewhere between CDs and like modern external hard drives in terms of like transfer speed. It just couldn't hold as much, but it had its own little format of card that you would throw in it, and you could load pretty big files up on it. Zip disk, yeah. Just so funny how many of these things come out, they're bleeding edge for like 6 years, and then they're just gone. You know?
Everything's cloud shit now.
Yeah. Remember seeing those ads telling us to stop pirating DVDs? Yeah, I mean, you wouldn't download a car, would you? And my answer was like, yeah, if I could. You kidding me? They were just not prepared for the idea that ones and zeros arranged isn't really, you can't really stop people from copying that.
Well, it's like, ultimately it's the same concept of like loaning a book or
Yeah.
giving your video game disc to
Right.
a friend.
And long ago, humanity like worked through the problem of like, hey, somebody can just copy a book at home. You know what I mean? loan somebody a book, and then now there's 2 copies of that book, and then they give it to a monk who makes 6 copies and hands them out. And now, you know what I mean? There was no way to monetize that, so the public library system was created, right? And they just like the music and movie industry were never willing to admit that what they were creating, which functionally in the modern age boils down to a bunch of zeros and ones, right? It's not like a movie is something that has the master's touch on it, right? Like you seeing the Mona Lisa with your eyes is different than somebody taking a high-res picture of the Mona Lisa, right? You seeing, a Basquiat in person is going to be different than looking through my nice book, right? So there's something esoteric about visual art, manual visual art, that really can't be stolen. It can be copied by really talented forgers, but ultimately that experience is unique to that piece of art, and where it goes, the experience goes. That's not the case with movies. Movies are copied and sent all over the world to be shown in theaters. It's like, I mean, there are people that are really into seeing a movie that comes out for free the night it comes out, and people will go into these movie theaters with their fucking like little GoPro on, and you can watch it all fucking like kind of shaky and shitty, you know? They just can't stop it. You know, and they've come up with all these different ways, and I'll tell you who has functionally figured out ways to stop it. It's been video game manufacturers.
Oh yeah, with the DRM shit.
The always online DRM shit is really the only way to stop it. If you've got a game that can be functionally played without touching any online server, it's going to be cracked. That's just all there is. It's going to be shared.
And there's still people that work really hard to crack those DRM things, but you have to be way more skilled to download their crack and make it work.
I mean, it's still possible to do it, and it doesn't take as much skill as you might think. A lot of the places that, serve those sorts of things up come with like whole ass guides of drag and drop this into that.
But I mean, like, you gotta have a little bit more skill than just
your average granny / skibbity isn't going to be able to do it. So that's true.
You gotta know how to open folders
and follow instructions and read. Yeah. That puts about 60% of America out of the piracy game when it comes to most video games. Now, old games, super easy to pirate. It's like the golden age of piracy when it comes to that. I mean, emulators, when it comes to consoles, I mean, I'm pretty sure that you can emulate the PS5 at this point. Yeah. Like, it used to be, you had to wait a couple of years after a cycle for an emulator to come out. Now, if you can think about it, there's an emulator for it. Like, if it's an old console or even a current gen one, you can pretty much work your way around it. Yeah, ROM emulators. I mean, I remember when those came out. That was crazy to be able to just like, it was like all of a sudden you could play every Nintendo game ever for free. And Nintendo, of course, desperately tried to fight it, but, they would take down one website and they'd pop up somewhere else. It's like, it's the Streisand effect. Once it's out there, it's always out there.
What would you say the psychological profile is of the average person that works to make that stuff free to everyone?
I don't know. I mean, I think, I do know that there are, and like you can make fun of them, but like radical data libertarians or whatever they call themselves, they just believe that the internet is a place where data should be free, and there should be no protocols, stopping people from transferring data. I mean, they're just fully like hands off. The government shouldn't even be looking. I obviously don't go that far, but I'd be willing to bet that a lot of people that are at the top levels of providing this type of stuff and figuring it out probably have some ideology, some ideological connection to it, right? I know it's nerdy, but like if you think about it, like it's only nerdy because they're willing to admit what a lot of people aren't, that a lot of the world has moved online. And that in a lot of ways, to a lot of people, what happens in that fake world matters more than what's going on in their real life. And, you know, they're on the bleeding edge of advocating for an open internet where it's like you're not being scrutinized for sharing things. You're not being, you know, but, you know, that opens up a can of worms. What about like stuff you want people scrutinized for sharing, right? What's the answer to that? I don't talk about it much, but I consider myself one of those internet radicals. I mean, to a certain extent, I am too. I don't think I'm see. I would like to see like enforcement moved entirely towards exploitative material that required the exploitation of a human being to make it. Right? Anything else, fair game. I really don't think the government ought to be looking into what you're looking at, what you're downloading, what you're watching. That's on you. So long as a human being was not harmed physically, emotionally, sexually, or otherwise in the creation of it, right?
So like the government shouldn't be doing the work of these like entertainment publishers.
No. The government should be way out of the business of protecting copyright. That should be on these entertainment publishers. If they want to fucking lock their shit down to the point where nobody can look at it, that's on them. I would rather the government step in and just have with a libertine idea towards the internet. Just be like, look, you want to offer your shit for sale? It's going to be traded on the internet openly. That's just what it's for. Sorry. You know, I would rather that be the stance, but the government is too beholden to money. So they run around like little
gophers.
Yeah, little copyright enforcers, you know, that type of shit. I don't think the government should go anywhere near that. I don't think it's anybody's business. If I decide tonight that I don't want to pay for that fucking latest Marvel piece of shit, I just want to take a gander at it and see if it's even worth my shit, there shouldn't be any apparatus between me and doing that at all. You know, creating a movie is not like creating a painting. It just isn't. It's not a singular work of art. It's a work of art that was by its very design meant to be shared with the masses. So you trying to restrict it so you get paid every time I look at it is bullshit. And you know why I feel okay doing that? Because I pay for at least one or two, if not sometimes three different fucking media streaming services. I got Netflix on and off. I got HBO Max on and off. I got fucking Peacock on and off. I got fucking Hulu on and off.
Cancel that.
Disney Plus on and off. Right?
Because yeah, they make it a pain in the ass to cancel Disney Plus.
Yeah,
obviously.
Of course.
You gotta fucking sit down at the computer.
But you see my point.
Yeah.
If I'm paying for two or three separate fucking subscription services, and there's some movie out there I want to watch, I ought to be able to fucking see it. And if I can't see it, then go fuck yourself. I'm gonna go get the extension cord and.
Oh yeah. You might have to move your chair around.
What chair?
Like your rocking chair to reach that easily.
What?
Like closer to the outlet.
What are you talking about?
Like move the chair closer.
spider living under there.
Little grody looking.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking funky. Not my favorite thing to use, but I'll make it work.
Well, it looks like it can reach up.
Very, very barely. Yeah, I think it's fine. It just makes this weird. Diddly-doo. Okay. Now, my shit won't die. We're good. I blocked the dog out. Yeah, some people can't. I like dog barking, honestly, when it's distant. Doesn't really bug me. It's like right up on my fence or something. I'd be freaking, but it doesn't really bug me.
Well, you're desensitized because of this little boy right here.
That is true. Nobody can be as loud as him. So you know how TJ was talking about reestablishing Israel in Wyoming? I wrote an AI song about it.
Share it with TJ. He's doing his abandoned
Yeah,
book tomorrow.
and
so
TJ really likes those AI songs. I got to be honest with you guys.
you're over it.
I was over it pretty quick.
Yeah.
I can tell that it's not a human being singing. I can tell that it's just not my thing. It's cool.
So go on Patreon, upload
Share
it
it
to
with
YouTube,
share it with him. Share it with him. Yeah, show him the thing, because I don't care. I really don't give a fuck. Yeah, they were interesting to me for about a second.
And when you were really drunk with Ben on Drunken Peasants.
Well, that's when it became less interesting for me. Ben's super into it, and I'm not. It's not there yet, and I don't know that it'll ever be there with the level of interaction that the current platforms require out of people. Like, I don't think prompting at this level, where Suno is doing most of the hard work and the prompter is just kind of kicking back on easy street, I don't think that's gonna create much great stuff.
Well, you can see, like, if you watch any of those singing competitions, how subtle music can be.
Yes. Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know. I don't want to like sound like I'm bragging or boasting or whatever, but I have really good relative pitch, and the way that the human voice transfers from pitch to pitch, it just isn't present in the Suno songs. It's like little chunks of staccato pitch change. Even if they're tiny, I can hear the warble between them without the natural fall of a human vocal cord between the pitches. It's jagged. That's the best way I can explain it.
It's not as noticeable with speech because it's more, like you said, staccato when you're talking.
It's getting less noticeable with speech, but it's still noticeable to me. But yeah. And it's great. I think it's a cool tool for kids and for people who aren't really into music or don't really have the ability to learn how to play a thing. Like, I think it would be cool if people were using it more to create backing tracks and then doing their own vocals over it.
Yeah. Or like if you just don't know about like writing your own lyrics, but like you do that as like a basis and then you
maybe
sing it in your own way.
Yeah. But once again, I got no problem with people playing around with it, and the people that are into it, it's cool. I just am not. I can't listen to them seriously. They don't sound good to me. They sound all right, but like it's cool how far it's come, but it just ain't there for me. And I don't know that it ever will be in its current form. I think Suno, or what Suno will become, kind of mashed together with modern music production tools, FL Studio and shit like that. I think that is where you're going to really start to see the power of AI and music creation. I think there's going to be a lot more input from artists.
Well, do you think
directly?
Do you think it'd be more useful if like it was more instrumental, like you could hum a tune and then it would make that?
Well, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
like taking it and making it integrate with a modern production studio to where I've got some little tune in my dun 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 dun, and I can do that, and it'll give me different permutations of that and different styles. I can pick one and drill down into it, move things around myself, put a different drum filter on it, add another track below it with some humming or a counter melody, right? I can see it being super cool, but it's not there yet. It's not, we don't have that, right? The time save shit, exactly. People that already know the structure of a song, using it in order to put what's up here down into FL Studio quicker and more directly, right? You should produce. I don't know how to. I have a lifetime FL Studio license that I bought years ago. I just need to. It's one of those things. It's gonna be like a time sink for me, and I've got plenty of those now. So
Yeah, you got other things to sink your time into.
it is interesting to me, but I've been more of a songwriter than a performer, always. And so I like writing lyrics to songs. I like working collaboratively with someone who has the musical talent to do a guitar riff or a synth line, and then I like singing over that. I like coming up with lyrics. I like doing the songwriting part of it. I've never really been super duper interested in picking up an instrument and learning it. If I was, I would have, you know? Usually when I use Suno, the lyrics, I write the lyrics and let it give me ideas for melodies. I mean, it is what it is. I don't. Mm. You know what it is? I'm cool that people are enjoying it, but people gotta evangelize too much. That's what it is. I'm into this. I'm gonna talk about it endlessly. I'm gonna tell you the different permutations of how I work with it. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna tell you that. And it's like, ugh. There's too much evangelism going on. Like, and it's not just this shit. It's everything. I'm so sick to death of anime fans. I'm so sick to death of certain music fans who are only into one esoteric weird band and they just push it to the exclusion of everything else. There are just these pockets of, this is my time waster hobby. It should be yours too. You know, it's like, no. In a world that we have access to so much time waster, nobody needs to be. You don't need to suck people into your time waster. You know,
Especially a stranger.
right? And especially somebody who just got done telling you, like, I'm not interested in this. I think it's cool that you are, but it's just literally not interesting to me. I don't like the songs it produces. I don't like the rhythm section that it produces. I don't like the way that it just sounds samey to me. Like I can instantly hear a Suno song before the lyrics even start. I know it's a Suno song. How is that? Because it's bad. Okay, I like music. I'm sorry. It's fun. It's a fun tool to play around with if you're garbage at writing music. But if you're actually good at writing music, you should probably like use it sparingly, and I don't know why you'd need to evangelize it at that point. I feel like there's not enough like, cool, you're into that. There, you can't be that enough on the internet. You say, cool, you're into that. I'm not, but you are, and that's cool. Somebody's gotta, it's just gotta turn into a fucking diatribe. Yeah, what about brass knuckle abortion? Yeah, dude. Everybody get into my little weird local band or my stupid fucking match 3 time waster that I do or whatever. Sweaty taint metal, yeah. Man, I just think that like one of the blowbacks to working the type of job that I work is that I am constantly exposed to what I call people's inner thought process. And for most people, it's chaotic. And it's now I don't have any fucking like studies to back this or anything. It's just a theory of mine. You know, I spend a lot of time in these kind of chats, which are relatively unrestricted. And I see a lot of different characters pop up, right? All in the same kind of categories. And I'm starting to think that as a broad category, a lot of people use these types of chats as a dumping ground for things they would never say out loud. I'm not even talking about insulting shit. I'm talking about like blabber. You know what I mean? Like blah blah. Like Jane's affliction. There's a dude that just typed. I don't think that dude, if he was sitting in a room of people, apropos of nothing, would just have said Jane's affliction. But it's like an autonomic response here. You don't. There's no filter. There's no face. You know that nobody can point at you and go like it's you that said it, right? And even if there is a face, there's no filter. It's like the mental filter is gone and it's just blah, 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 blah. Got nothing to say, but I'm gonna blah, blah, blah. And I really feel like that developing that filter, it's probably gonna mean moving away from text chat and towards like actual voice chat and shit. Which I see probably becoming a reality. I mean, there's more and more ways to voice chat now. And these types of things, like most people that are doing this, like either completely ignore the chat or are using it to like scalp donos or whatever. Like I'm here to actually talk to you guys. And when so many of you, when you have the choice to talk, instead just let whatever because I understand, dude, I got a chaotic brain too. If I let every goddamn fucking impulse that came to me come out of my mouth, I'd have no friends. You know, nobody'd want to be around me, right? It's a whole phenomenon. And it's like maybe it's a sign that people are too restricted in their personal lives. Like maybe it means you need to take a little more liberty in your personal life in expressing yourself, because I don't know what would drive a person to come here and let the vomit of their pre-conscious out. You know what I mean? Just the garbage that just flits in and out of your head all day long. I get it. I have that. I have a very chaotic mind and thought process. But like reining that in and choosing what I say is 100% of what I do for a living, right? And I don't find that I step on my own fucking shoes all that often. it's not even really an internal, yeah, I mean, I guess you could call it that. An internal monologue, announcing the internal monologue, announcing the flitting, passing thought, the goofy, unfunny anti-joke, the little weird rhyme scheme or word association. Well, I know that word association can be a sign of autism. I've heard that anyway, that like some autistic folk have a hard time avoiding word association games. Like I say, like going like a bat out of hell or something, right? And then you have to say like meatloaf, you know, because that's a Meatloaf album. You know what I mean? You can't just like not make the reference. If there's a reference to be made, you have to make it. So many people are that way, bro. I don't even know if that's necessarily just autistic folk. Might be just a spectrum thing. And maybe the spectrum is way broader than we assume it is. You know what I mean? I don't know, man. I just feel like so many people have got vomit brain, bro. Where it's just like, I gotta make every little free association that comes to my head. You know? Drywall, that rhymes with poop ball. You know, or whatever. You know, it's just like, man, stuff some of that shit, bro. Yeah. Well, I'm a very like spectrum focused person. When I talk about human beings, right, and their behavior, I try, and I'm not saying I always succeed. I try and avoid the impulse to categorize people based on a large and broad group. I instead like to look at people as data points on a spectrum of human behavior or human understanding or human desires, right? Human expression. All of these things that make up how we contextualize our life and how we communicate with one another, which I'm dedicated to, right? I communicate for a living. So that to me is how I try and look at these problems. Now, I am very, very guilty of categorizing big groups of people and talking about them in a certain way. I think everybody is, but I try to avoid that because it's pollution. It's gonna keep getting broader with pollution and all that. Yeah. If it wasn't a chronic chain smoker psychoanalyzing me, I would have offended. Like, okay, so let me ask you a question, bro. What does me being a chronic chain smoker have to do with anything that I said? So I have a personal failing. I have a vice, right? You're pointing it out. Does that mean that I am absolutely incapable of making insights into any other human being? Because I smoke? Like, what is that? And that's the thing. It's like, why did you feel particularly specifically called out by what I was saying? I wasn't talking to you. So I wasn't psychoanalyzing you. Yeah, he did sub, though. He did hit the button. Thanks for that, by the way, bro. Yeah, I think you're psychoanalyzing yourself with that one. Got a little bit of a fucking victim complex, maybe. Always think maybe a little paranoid. Always think people are fucking directing things at you. Because I was talking broadly, bro. I do this all the time. So, yeah, get back at me with what you think about that. I'm sure if I was able to flip your webcam on, I could talk about your personal failings too. I'm sure there are many. But I choose to engage you as a human being, right? Yeah, you gotta go. You did. Anybody that tells me to quit smoking has gotta go. But you did sub. Everyone's perfect online. I know. Everyone's perfect with a mask on. Right? Everybody is whoever they want to be at the masquerade ball. And that's what the internet has become. You're at the masquerade ball. Yeah, you do sub. I know you have to, or you don't get to talk. But you're retarded, so you have to go. You see what I mean? But you still helped. So thanks for the help. Now get the fuck out. Paul's mercy, yes. I don't know, man. I'm not trying to be a dick about it. It's just observational, right? I'm obsessed with, and it's such a brief thing in the never-ending story, but the mirror of truth that's past the Southern Oracle, where a man looks into the mirror, or a woman, and sees who they really are, right? Kind men find that they are cruel. Strong men find that they are weak. Smart men find that they are stupid. And most men, when confronted with the truth, run away screaming. I love that movie. The sequels did blow, yeah. Bro, and don't fucking hate on me. I was her age when the movie came out. I had a crush on the childlike empress, bro. The childlike empress. I wanted to be her Atreyu, okay? I wanted to be her Atreyu, for sure. Now that's a classic. Yeah, it is. Yep. I wanted to be Falcor. I wanted to ride Falcor. I wanted to have Falcor to ride around in the skies. I wanted to be buddies with the Rockbiter and the Hob or whatever and his stupid bat and the little man with his racing snail. I wanted to ride that racing snail, by the way. I definitely wanted to ride that racing snail one time or two.
Get my sweater. Do you want your sweater?
Yes. Thank you, baby. The Rockbiter, yeah. I loved the Rockbiter, dude. They look like good, strong hands, don't they? Yeah, that racing snail is dope. A delicious limestone. Thank you. This is a good sign that it's getting chilly enough to throw a sweater on at night. Thank goodness. We deserve it. We deserve some cold-ass cold. I don't even care if it's a dry winter. Just make it a cold one. Give me some cold, man. Give me some deep cold for a month.
I'm really glad I found a sweater I liked. Last time we went, I was just like, nothing looks cool.
Well, one of the things I've noticed with you, too, is like, you gotta be in the mode. Sometimes you just don't want something.
Yeah.
And even if something is cool, you just don't want it.
Yeah, if I don't have like a need for something, I'm just like, it's hard to pick something out.
I mean, sometimes it's like you got plenty of time to pick something, and it's just like you're just like, I don't want it. It's like, I usually don't go get things, but when I decide, like, hey, I want to get something, I'm gonna get it. As long as it's not like a Lamborghini or a fucking Rolly or something. I'm not there yet. Lamborghini.
We saw a pink Cybertruck. What kind of person do you think was driving that pink Cybertruck?
A hideous demon.
Yeah.
A demon. A total demon. A person that should never have been driving that truck. Cybertrucks are a curse upon humankind.
But we're cursed with many of them in Cali, apparently.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like we've seen a disproportionate amount of Cybertrucks.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we get a double, triple, quadruple dose of that bullshit up here. We see way too many of them. It's a miracle that I know. It's wild to me that they're even, like, there's signs that, like, their doors get shattered and broken to where they won't open properly. It's like a fire trap waiting to happen. The fucking bumper sheared off of that one. Like, that should never happen on a solid core fucking towing vehicle. It's just fucked. Like, it shouldn't be rated for towing. There should be none of that. So it just shows, like, how much influence Elon's money has over the government, because I feel like in a functioning system, that car probably never would have hit the road.
Yeah, or it would have been recalled immediately.
Yeah.
Like, all off the road. Refunds to everyone.
Yeah, for sure. Just absolute garbage. You towed a golf cart. If you designed a car of the future, how would it look from a purely aesthetic point of view? Dude, I don't know. I'm not a designer, man.
You're like a mid-interest in cars.
I like certain types of cars, but I would just be ripping off somebody else's total, like, design. Like, I know the body style and the type of supercars and hypercars that I like. But as far as, like, what would I do? I don't know, man. Functional, like something, like less about, like, I would rather go fast than look pretty any day of the week. So, you know.
Well, there was that Mythbusters episode where they found out that, like, that golf pitting actually makes it more fuel efficient, so I'd make a car like that.
Oh.
Ugly as it is,
yeah,
it's actually more efficient.
Yeah, let's do it.
Golf car.
Yeah, golf car. There need to be some fucking rules, though, bro. Some motherfuckers are just wild. Dude, that parking lot for our motel.
Yeah.
These dudes pull into this little motel that's got a little parking lot, right? And it's got, like, certain spaces that are marked compact because they're small spaces for little cars. These motherfuckers pull in with these big Dodge Ram 350 quad cab fucking giant trucks and park backwards in one of those. And it's like, it just basically, like, dude, I've got a big car, but it's not, like, giant. My car's kind of a boat, but it's not a giant fucking truck. It can get in and out of a parking space. But, like, maneuvering around a parking lot that's, like,
closed in with 3 different giant pickup trucks.
And it's like, who's traveling in this? I understand owning a big farm work truck, but who's going on vacation in it? Why? It's just like, man, we got to get done with this, like, personal ownership of cars, because people just show over and over again they can't be trusted. They don't know what they're getting. They get in over, like, that truck that was sitting there looks like it had never been off a road in its life. It was just literally a lot truck that they were driving around strip mall to strip mall in and clogging up spaces, parked in a compact space, hanging fucking, like, 40% of that truck was out of the space. I'm glad people quit with the Hummers. They didn't quit out here. I see Hummers all the fucking time out here. It's retarded.
There's a weird car culture in California.
Yes.
There's a lot of Kia Souls out still. Nissan Cubes, I feel like.
Yeah, dude. People just like weird cars here. You're right.
They like weird license plates. We see at least 10 of those every time we go out.
Yeah. We like our vanity plates here. We like weird, ugly, inefficient. It's just like, dude, like coming home today. I was bitching about it earlier, so I don't want to go all the way through it, but it's like, you got one person who doesn't know how to drive like they're in California. The speed limit is 55. It's wide open fucking road. It's like, do 15 over, please. Nope, he's doing 55 the whole way.
Yeah, and then there was like trucks in another section where like at least they were trying. They were trying to go 5 over, which is about all they could do.
But it's just like we did like 40 miles or 50 miles today behind somebody just going like put, doing the speed limit, and I'm just like,
and there's no way to pass.
Right.
Like
yeah. Well, there was 15 fucking cars between me and them. I eventually passed them after a few other people nutted up and passed them.
Yeah.
But like I feel like I did at least 30 minutes, 40 minutes behind this person, just going put. And it's like that one person, I looked behind me at one point and there were at least 30 or 40 cars behind me. And it's like that one person fucked up all them people's day because they're just oblivious. Never look in their rearview mirror and go, wide open road in front of me, but look at all those people. That never occurs to them. They're just put.
You know how we have like that eye tracker to make sure we're looking forward?
Yeah.
We should build that into the rear view. Like, make sure you check the rear view every once in a while.
Those people know. There's something about them that's fucked up. They think they're doing it. Like, I feel like they're warriors. They're like, I will do the speed limit because I am safe. I will not be cajoled into speeding. And it's just like, oh my God, you fucking cunt.
You can do that if it's a multi-lane highway.
Yep.
But it's not.
But. It's just like, oh.
Go into the turnoff and let people pass you. Because that's the law too. That's the thing. Like they'll choose to follow the speed limit, but not the other law that's like if you have like 5 cars behind you, you're supposed to let them pass.
Dude, part of me wants to fucking like pull in front of those people. Just like pick one day, pull in front of them, and go 10 under.
It's like I'm following the law.
Yeah, there you go. Put. There you go, bud. Now we're really. But then I would never do that because I'd be fucking all those 90 people behind him to teach him a lesson. There's just nothing you can do. You just gotta suck it up when those fucking morons are out in the road ruining everybody else's fucking day. Adding an hour to your fucking travel time. It didn't need to be there because they're just put. Yeah, dude. Put a big train horn on your car. Just put it on the back so when you pull in front of them, you just... Dumb motherfuckers, dude. I admire the fact that you won't punish everyone to punish one person. The person probably wouldn't even learn the lesson anyway. They'd be like, oh, slowing down, are we? But they'd probably just be fine. They're just oblivious motherfuckers that shouldn't be on the road. They should never be on the road. Ever, ever, ever. They are the worst kind of humans to ever get in a car. They should never be there. Okay. It's one of the reasons that Texas and I didn't get along is because I was warned when I went to Texas. They were like, look, you got to stop at stop signs. You got to stop. You can't slow roll a right turn on a red. And you got to do fucking within like 5 of the speed limit or you are fucked. And in some places, you got to do dead on the speed limit or you're fucked. It's like, oh.
There's a few places in Cali like that, but they're few and far between.
Yeah, we call them speed traps. But yeah.
And you can see them like.
Yeah, you can see them coming a mile away.
They got the staggered speed limit that goes 55, 45, 35.
Yeah. And then when you finally get past them, they speed up. Oh my God, I've seen that before too. People that like start, all of a sudden people start passing them, and then they realize, and now all of a sudden they speed up, but not enough. And it's like, you need to just pull over and let everybody pass your ass and start again. I feel like in second place is the people who love reminding us they have brights at night on the interstate. I don't even get, well, I guess it's like new car privilege, but like new cars,
It's auto.
it's automatic. You don't, like the brights, when it senses somebody coming with their lights on, it turns your brights off and puts on your normals until you've got open road in front of you, and then it puts your brights back on. So like, I don't even understand like why it's an issue. I guess not everybody got automatic brights, but it seems pretty fucking standard on cars now. Dude, there are so many little things that like a newer car does now that are just so nice. Like in terms of like not having to worry about shit.
The little blind spot indicators.
Yep, the blind spot indicators and the warnings, and so I like all that shit. Most of it.
There's a couple warnings, like our car thinks that we're going to hit something like 10 feet from hitting it.
Yeah, sometimes, yeah.
Like, it yells at us every time we park.
Yep.
And it's like, we're a big car. We can't just leave half the car hanging out in the street.
As much as I would love to. But yeah, the backup cameras. My car's got like the 360 cam thing, so you can see basically above your car. It's like an amalgam of all of your cameras, but kind of pasted above your car, so you can kind of see the lot around you, which is really neat. You know, I just like it. It's neat. Well, yeah, just being at like my car, I've got an induction charger that I put my phone on, and you know, I don't even have to plug a cord in or anything. It's Apple CarPlay, blah blah blah, and then it's all wireless and it's good, and it does all the navigation and all of the bullshit. I don't know. I just like how convenient that kind of stuff has gotten in newer cars. I'd you know, kind of like lost touch with newer cars until like 2021 or something, when we got our last car.
Yeah, when we finally decided to lease instead of trying to fucking... Because I think before you were in the mindset of like buy outright.
Well, yeah, just buy just a shitbox car.
Yeah.
And we were talking about doing a lot of traveling and stuff, and I didn't want to just buy another $3,000 car and run it into the ground and give it away. So yeah, I got like basically the first new car that I'd gotten since my 20s. And so it was weird, man. It was like, whoa, this thing does all kinds of stuff. Got all kinds of neat little features and like new stuff that it makes sense. Like the automatic fucking high beam shit. It's got like lane control stuff that's on by default, where it's like, it's not like jerking you back under, but it like guides your steering between the lanes a little bit. All kinds of stuff. Automatic braking. If you don't get on the brakes, it'll fucking hit the brakes for you.
Yeah, within reason. Like,
within reason. Yeah, no, I mean, if you don't...
We learned our lesson pretty quick with that one dude backing into us. Like, I can't anticipate everything.
That fucking guy was an idiot. That is a new little fucking all-night barker there.
Maybe yapper.
Yeah.
I don't even think it's this house. I think it's the next house.
Yeah, it's the next house over. Somebody's got a new dog. Why is subscriber mode on? To keep retards from dropping by and spamming without touching the content and giving me a little bit of a fucking boost. It'll be on forever.
Yeah. And if it gets real skibbity, do the subscriber timer.
Mm-hmm. I did the timer tonight, but 1 minute. they've got to subscribe and sit quietly.
Actually get context in the conversation rather than just
Yep.
word vomiting.
60 seconds. A lot of them just word vomit anyway. That's the sad thing.
Yeah.
But what's the maximum time? Maximum time that I can set on this seems to be 20 minutes. From what I can tell. Let me look.
I know you can go like hella custom in YouTube Studio.
Yeah, participant mode, subscribers, minimum subscribe time. It would, yeah, it doesn't look like it lets me go anything beyond 20 minutes here, which is stupid.
But yeah, if you're doing it on desktop, you can go crazy.
But really here, the problem seems to be the people just like word vomit and botting, and like it completely shuts down
people
bots.
With 20 alts.
Bots just bounce off of it.
Yeah.
They're just like, oh, can't chat in this chat. Next, you know what I mean? So no more like Jesus loves you, Christ loves you, like all of that. Like, there's tons of those are bots. I have to believe that a lot of the fucking like I don't know, man. It's hard to tell sometimes between people and bots because they're equally fucking dumb. Oh yeah, dude. They sub to burn, and I reap all the benefit. I love it. And then they come back and sub again. On my way home from work, this dude was getting mad at people because everyone was going around him. By the time 10, 11, 12 cars passed him, he started going around to everybody. Then a cop caught him.
You know how to pass.
All right. On one hand, unfortunately, this is the internet. Good, cool story, bro. But if it did happen, then kismet, or whatever they call that. Serendipity. There you go. Yeah, dude. It's unfortunate, but so many people fake shit on the internet. People figured out like how to tell a story that's relatably interesting, and so they'll just fake shit constantly.
Yeah, I think Reddit is probably one of the worst offenders. Like, it's kind of fun doing the "Am I the asshole?" things, but you know that 90% of them are fucking fake.
Completely made up bullshit now. And it's just like, and there's no mechanism in place, because if you knew somebody that was constantly telling stories like that weren't true, they'd be branded a liar and a weirdo, and they wouldn't have any friends, and they'd be socially ostracized. But on the internet, because their username, it just changes with the wind.
Like, oh, I'm doing an alt to protect my privacy.
How come you aren't on the second DFF subreddit? There isn't a second DFF subreddit.
It's Weird Troll 1 and Weird Troll 2.
Yeah, there's literally worship at the altar of Paul's penis and weird Zionist censorship fest. Like, we pretended we wanted a censorship-free environment, but really we're just a bunch of right-wing Zionist freaks that wanted a place to shitpost liberal bullshit about Israel and all that. Fuck that. You know what I mean? So that's where those are your two choices. Neither one of them is affiliated in any way with Deep Fat Fried, and there's that. The DFF Reddit is not great. Yeah, it's not meant to be great. It's meant to be the one-stop shop for DFF on Reddit, and that's exactly what it is.
Those other little things, like, there's just a tiny little group of people jerking each other off.
Yeah, there's like 5 people in each of them circle jerking. So that doesn't count. As shitty as the DFF Reddit is, there's hundreds of people that come through there, and new faces all the time, and, you know, it's not the same 5 retards jerking each other off 24/7.
Hey, I figured out Photoshop. Too. Let's make stupid memes.
I think Israel's doing the right thing. Me too, bro. lotiony hand job. Let's touch tips.
Let's put Paul face on this picture.
Yeah, Paul face on this picture. Paul face on that picture. Paul face on this picture. It's like, then it's like 5 dudes on each, and they hate each other too, because they ban each other out of them all the time. It's fucking hilarious. It's like literally exactly what I said at the very inception of that second sub. I was like, this is going to become a hive of misfit weirdos that aren't welcome on any subreddit, let alone yours. And sure enough, it is. Sure enough, it is. He spends most of his time on interacting. When I say he, I mean the guy that made the original one. Spends most of his time banning people out of his subreddit now, which I think is fucking hilarious, bro. He cruises through and he has to prune every goddamn thread, which is what I told him he was going to do. So I don't know, like the whole point of him creating that subreddit was to have a censorship-free place for people to say whatever they want about the show. And now he spends his whole fucking day, and his other mod is just a fucking Zionist weirdo that can't argue with people. He just spits Destiny propaganda out of his mouth, and anybody tries to come back at him, he claims that they're not being, like, on message enough or whatever the fuck, and he bans them. It's just like a retard fest. And like I said, keep in mind, this is like 5 people. Conservative, like being charitable 10. Isn't one on crack or something? Well, one of the mods is a literal fucking cokehead. Known. I've talked to him before in Discord and shit, and I got the straight skinny from everybody on him. He's like a lol cow in TJ's Discord. He's a dude that's pretty much ostracized from every community he joins because he's a wild, retarded Dunning-Kruger, cokehead, meathead, fucking no-neck that has nothing to offer but regurgitating other people's fucking shit. So, when did they say it was censorship-free? If you look at the why this sub exists info page, I'm pretty sure it says, like, this sub was created because I like the guys, but I think that they're pretty heavy-handed with the mod ship over there. So this was created to be a place where you can pretty much talk about the show and say whatever you want, right? By the way, which one of the mods are you, Chancho? You're asking so many fucking questions about it. Why don't you just come out and tell me which one of the mods you are over there and quit pussyfooting like a little bitch? Which one are you? Are you meathead cokehead, bro? Or are you the dumbass that made it? Or are you one of the 4 people that fucking lurks there that isn't welcome anywhere else? Are you tiny penis, man? So let's go down the list. Are you the retard that made it? Are you his meathead cokehead gym girlfriend? Are you the dude with the tiny penis? Take your pick. Which one are you? I mean, I chat with them. Okay, bro. Got ya. Got ya. Okay, bro. So which one is your favorite one to chat with? The dumb, coke-headed, meathead Zionist? The dumb fuck that goes along with whatever anybody tells him? The tiny penis man? Like, which one is your favorite one to chill with over there? Andrew just had enough. He's like, Chancho gotta go. Bye, Chancho. Bye, Chancho. See you next alt, Chancho. Gotta wait a minute after you sub, though. I mean, I chat with them. There's literally... No, let me explain to you guys who the tiny penis man is, bro, if you don't know. There is a dude who has 2 things in his life. He hates the fuck out of me. He hates me with he fucking thinks I'm the devil. And he's got a tiny little penis. If you look at his Reddit, that's all it is.
I know, like, he tried to do, like, a ponage of you on Destiny's sub, and, like, all the comments were just like, this guy is fucking weird about his penis.
Yeah, like, dude, why are you in every small dick sub? Dude, that's kind of fucking sad. And then he'll argue with you. He'll be like, because men with small penises are marginalized and made fun of and blah. It's just like, that's his whole... I shit you not, bro. And it's not a troll either. It's like a dude It's like years of an account where he's just, that's his whole life. Hating me. Like, really, just like, Paul is the most disgusting fucking cunt on the planet. He should have his throat slit. And I have a tiny little penis. You can't make it up, bro. And he haunts both of those fucking, the hater subs. It's like, and he gets props over there. There's like, oh yeah, tiny penis man, good point. Paul is Tim Pool. It's like, what? You know, like, it is kind of fucking beautiful, honestly. All overseen by like a rampaging cokehead. It's like, you're banned, the fuckface. You don't bow down to fucking Israel, you banned.
It's like a little zoo that you like to visit.
I don't even visit it. I wait until somebody reminds me of it, and then I go peek at it.
Yeah.
And I go like,
Roadside attraction.
yep. Oh yeah, dude. It's like the mystery spot. What retarded bullshit is going on over here today? What's Tiny Penis Man posting over here? Oh, there's another one. Yeah, another cast over there. Naruto, dude. He's my favorite. This is a dude that's actually met me a couple of times face to face. Come to meetups and everything. But like for some reason has been at the center of every drama that's ever happened on Discord with our communities. Like he's a, from what I know, a grown-ass man with a career who's married, who spends 90% of his free time sitting in front of the computer on Discord trying to fucking cause drama and shit. And now he found his way over to the hater sub and will post paragraphs about what a shitbag I am. You know what he had to say about me when he saw me in person? Hey, Paul, how's it going, buddy? You know what I mean? You can't make this shit up. It's wild, bro. It's wild. People do this as a hobby. A very, very sad, wasteful hobby, yes.
You'll see that with like a variety of different people on the internet, little hate enclaves.
Yeah.
And they watch everything. They have to watch everything that the person that they hate does so they can shit on it.
Yep.
They're the most dedicated fucking fans.
Yep.
Because they have to watch everything and criticize it.
Yep. It's fucking crazy. Yeah, and it's not just us, too. If you look at a lot of these dudes, they're, like, doing the same shit to Destiny. They're A-logging somebody. A-logging is a term that is now, doesn't really mean what it used to mean. It used to mean going over the top with trolling, but now it just means persistently trolling. And so they're A-logging 5 or 6 different internet personalities at a time, and that's what they get off on. And, you know, whatever. Have fun with it. Oh my god, dude. Discord is, like, I've talked about it before, but it's like Game of Thrones. I've said it a million fucking times, bro, but it literally is. People, there's something about the way that that website is structured, plus the people that it draws. That mix just makes it impossible to have a server, bro. I guarantee you, you got a personal server and it gets enough people on it, it will be taken down. People will freak out, people will leave, there'll be a drama, somebody will do something creepy. You know, it's just like a timer, you know? It's fucking odd.
They picked the perfect name.
Discord, yeah. Maybe that's what the problem is. People come there assuming.
Yeah.
This is a fight. This is a gladiator's arena for mod powers.
Yeah.
It's like fucking... That is legit. Okay, I'm going to tell you guys something. I've never revealed this, I don't think. Do you guys want to know what the drama was that ended Salt Rakkus, my server. I don't think I've ever talked about the specifics of it. It's so fucking retarded. You won't even believe it. Here was the drama that ended Salt Rakkus. That dude that I was talking about, Naruto, and another guy, Finn, who had this other server. I was in there. I was cool with them because they came to the fucking meetups and shit. But they were instrumental in all the bullshit that took down the first DFF Discord. But here's what happened. Those guys got pissed off because people were spending more time chilling in Salt Rakkus than on their server. And they demanded to one of my mods that they quit the mod team and come back and bring everybody back, or else he was going to block everybody. And that was going back and forth, and I guess one of my mods was close friends with him, and this was a bad enough problem that it infected the whole mod team with him just whining from hit, because like the core mod team was a group of people that kind of met over there on his server, and he got butthurt because people were chilling over on the other server. And it got so retarded with those two, and those two guys were both double dealing it. Hitting up all my mods, whining about this, doing that, reporting this, and doing it. Just fucked up. And it got to me 2 days in a row, and I nuked it. I was like, fuck it.
Because it came down to, like, we were about to go on vacation, and you
Yep.
were talking about that. I'm like, Dave, do you want to give a single second of thought to this? Or we're on vacation, you're like, you know what? No.
Yep. So it just got nuked. It just got fucking...
That was the bar. It's like, can you go on vacation without drama?
Whoa! Okay. I gotta get a better, like, something. A thing. But anyway, that's what it was. It was literally two grown men, who, by the way, and this is... So I asked when the drama first came to me, right? I was like, why can't they just come chill over here? And then they have their spot when they want to do something that's away from here, if it's too skibbity over here or whatever. It's like, why can't they? None of them are banned. And they were like, they want mods over here. They don't like that they can't mute and ban people over here. And I was like, well, they can fucking suck my dick. I would never mod either of them. They're both fucking losers. Well, and then it just went, like I said, 2 days in a row. Just absolute shambles, bro. So that's the company that exists on our subreddit fucking fringes. You know what I mean? It's fucking odd, dude. The more you know, the less you want to know. Just a goddamn nightmare.
There should be a whole fucking psychological study on Discord itself.
I don't know if there's...
What is it that makes people weird on this site?
I don't just think it's the site, but I think Discord, because here's the thing, right? Discord, because there's posting, there's all these little sub-channels for different interest groups, and then there's all these voice channels, people get to know each other. It becomes like more like a community than our Reddit does.
Yeah, and it's like an endless stream of stuff,
right.
too. It's not like all compartmentalized
right.
into different little things.
And so people get this false sense of community about it. And then, inevitably, interpersonal conflict happens within the community. This is where this is the genesis of it all. Now, in personal life, nobody is going to allow you to ruin the neighborhood because you can't get along with this person. But on Discord, because it's so microcosmic, now these two mods arguing becomes the center of the server, and there's factionalization, right? And then other opportunist mods step in, and it becomes it becomes the war of 5 fucking armies. Like that. And it happens on every fucking server. Every server. And if you're not willing to manage that constant cycle of betrayal and bullshit, you can't have a Discord, or you have to run it yourself.
And you got to be a certain kind of crazy to be that person.
Mm-hmm. Yep. How does TJ do it?
He doesn't care as much.
He doesn't care as much. He just delegates. When like it just happened recently over on his thing. One dude was running it. Now he's persona non grata over there, and there's other people running it. I don't know what happened. I don't care. TJ just goes like, "Oh, they betrayed me. Okay, fire them all and put that guy in." You know what I mean? Like that. He doesn't care because he's not there much. Like TJ, it's just an extension of his social media thing. He likes to use it for a movie night every once in a while, but from what I understand, he's barely over there. So it's like, you know, but I was in there every day. I was chilling in Salt Rackus, you know.
I feel like your desired interaction type on the internet isn't very common, and that's what fucks people up.
Well, I want the veil of internet to be kind of like pulled off of it.
Yeah.
I want people to stop acting like they're anonymous, even if they are. Like, just because you are doesn't mean you have to act like you're a clown that nobody can punch. That's all I ask, but I guess you're right. You know? I guess not acting like a clown with a million faces is too much to ask. You know? It's his fan club. Yeah, I mean, Salt Rackus was kind of mine. You know, like it was just a bunch of people, and look, I was really active over. It was a really nice community, and you know, while it was just drama free and running without my input and shit, I was loving it. As soon as I had to be brought in on somebody's butthurt feelings, though, it was gone, and that hurt even more feelings. And you know, there you go, the rough and tumble life of Discord. And hey, you made it very clear. Oh yeah, dude, I said from the very jump.
This is making me like set time aside out of my day.
Yes.
Just drama.
Yeah. Like everybody that was involved was over on that other server in the founding, and my original mod team was all pulled from there, and TJ's server, right? I knew them from both. It's like a little microcosm of TJ's server over there, a place that I didn't have to worry about like the dregs. You know, it was actually kind of cool. I'm not even trying to shit on it. Like when it was chill, it was chill. I wouldn't have gone in there if it wasn't chill. We had video game nights where I would go in there and we'd play fighting games and shit. Mostly those were chill, you know, and the people in there were chill. And a lot of the people that were in there, I still chill with in TJ's server. And there's still mods over here. Like MJ is one of those people I met in that server. Wouldn't have probably have met her otherwise, and she's cool peeps. Jupiter, another person that's just totally chill, you know.
But you were burned too many times, so you had to draw a hard boundary. And
yeah.
As soon as it creeped over, even if it wasn't like a huge creep, you just didn't want to fucking let it keep creeping.
Well, that was why I told people. I was like, look, you guys have to keep this drama free. It has to just remain a meme. Because if it's not fun, then I'm not doing it, and I will nuke it. I retain the fucking power to nuke it, and I shall. And I was like, if you're not chill with that, speak now or forever hold your peace, and everybody was chill with it. Nobody was chill with it. Well, most of them were,
yeah.
But the main mod was not chill with it, even though I was told everybody straight up.
And it wasn't even like them that was really even...
No.
Prominently featured. It was just
no, it wasn't their problem. It was this. It was the. I mean, ultimately it was because she was the lead mod and she was expected to fucking like handle who was modding what. Mm-hmm. I didn't pick the mods; she did. Mm-hmm. But anyway, this is old drama. It's old bullshit. But it's just examining it goes to show you, like the type of shit you have to manage if you've got a medium to large sized fucking Discord server. unless you want to lock it down and run it all yourself, which I can't even imagine. Or hire a professional company.
Yeah, that's just cold and calculating and fucking-
Literally just somebody that, like, they monitor it with a bot or something that flags any kind of bad content, and then somebody looks at it immediately and hammers it, and that's all they do, and they have no personal investment in it. You know what I mean? Those are and even then, I have a feeling that there would be fucking circumventions and shit. People would find ways around it.
Like I said, it's too intimate for a internet communication channel.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't know why it's any more intimate than others, though.
Like I said, I think it's just less compartmentalized.
And it's real time, somebody
Yeah.
said. It's like everything is
Constant
real time.
stream of
Yeah.
shit.
It's like a chat room plus a voice chat plus a meme share that's constantly updating, and it's real time. It's like a feed.
Yeah.
Every comment is a new drama. Every,
Because
you
like
know.
other social media, it's like each post is its own little
Mhm.
microcosm.
And then everybody's replying to that,
Yeah.
right? But on Discord, it's everybody in a giant room together, blah, 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 blah. It's a big open, it's not a new idea, the chat room, but it is new in terms of how it's presented by Discord and the social media space and centered. Who the fuck would mod a Discord for pay? I would imagine that there are social media management companies who do just that. It doesn't require you sit there all day. It's literally something you need to probably check twice a day. Make sure nobody fucking posted CP or gore or anything, you know. Obviously, you have an alert system that if something gets flagged, somebody's there to fucking, somebody gets an email, up, let me go check, up, yep, that's porn.
And if you made it like your whole job, you'd probably do like 10 of them at once or something.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Is like these social media companies probably have people that are hired, you know, for these positions where that's all they do. They hire 10, they handle 10 accounts, and it's their job to just handle the alerts that pop up on these 10 different Discords or 10 different Twitter accounts or whatever it is, right? I guarantee people are working these jobs. Probably not for long, because AI is going to get really good at this shit.
Yeah.
AI really is going to like unlock some shit on Discord, I believe. Because once it gets good enough to really scrutinize a picture and go like, yeah, this is porn. No, this is porn. This is porn. This is fucking retarded. This person doesn't make any sense.
This person is being
This
aggressive.
person has you know, the same IP address as a person that was already banned, so they don't even get to talk.
Yeah.
This person didn't follow the rules. You know what I mean? Like, as soon as it gets to that point where you don't need to empower some fucking people to do your shit for you, then, you know, Discord might be a usable forum, and I might try it out again. It's just odd to me. Obviously, I'm interested in it on some level, like these weird internet communities and how it changed. Because, like, for me, I feel like I don't present myself in a way that you guys wouldn't see if you weren't sitting right here. Right? If you were sitting out here with me and we were having a conversation about this is exactly how I would talk to you. You know, I'm not putting on airs here, you know. And so I'm trying to have that like more real communication. But it seems to be hard to find because it's hidden behind layers of this kind of weird persona, kind of online persona, I guess is one way to put it. Yeah, I mean, I thought about that, Andrew. I thought about, like, all right, I just have me and Amelia, right? Obviously, my wife. We're the only mods, right? There's no mod structure beyond us, right? There's no text channels that anybody can type in unless we want to give it to specific vetted members. But even then, it's like no text channels, right? And it's only VC. Everybody, right, lands in a room where everybody's muted. So when you join the thing, you land in if you want to join the VC, you jump in the fucking waiting room, and You have to be dragged in by somebody that's got the power, right? So it would only, like, it would be something I would announce it, right? I'd put it out on my social media. I'd be like, hey, I'm gonna be on my Discord, join me, and then, like, there would be no reason to be there if I wasn't there. So I would handle all of the mod duty because, you know what I mean? Nothing would happen on the server unless I was physically fucking present. You get me? There's no way for you to talk in a room where you're deaf and mute. There's no way for you to troll somebody in a fucking Discord that has no text chat. There's no place for you to post porn or CP or weird shit on a Discord that doesn't let you post pictures or any fucking thing. It's literally just a voice room to chill when I want to chill. I don't know how many people would be interested in that. I know people liked the community aspect of Salt Rackus, and it was cool to know that people were getting to know each other there, but you just can't allow it. You can't get to know each other. No, I'm kidding. I mean, obviously people will get to know each other, but you still consider going the VTuber route? I looked into it, and there's way too much involved. It like, okay, so here's the main problem, and this is gonna sound really stupid. I'm super light sensitive. Like, I can handle soft light like this porch light that's distant, right? But I can't handle harsh, bright studio lights and shit, and I have to a certain extent because you need decent camera lighting, right? And the amount of coverage and bright light that you need in order for a VTuber rig to work properly is super fucking crazy, bro. It's super crazy. It is super common amongst people that have pale blue eyes like I do. As Paul brought down the Himalayan salt tablets of his commandments and found his mods screwing around. Da 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 da. They weren't really screwing around. They were just not able to handle their interpersonal drama properly, and I just fucking, oh, fuck it. Bye. I don't want to ban you and then cause that. I don't want to remove you from mods, cause drama with that. I don't want to, you know, I just don't want to be involved in this at all. I refuse to touch the poop. So the only way for me to do that is to nuke it. It was fun. Paul brought down the hemp. Oh, get Caucasioid ape. You better say something fucking smart, because I don't like big fucking chunks of shit that you would not say out loud. Like I said, dude, this is not a dumping ground for your fucking psyche. First time catching a stream live. Love you, Paul. Cool. Welcome, I guess, to whatever the fuck this is. It's Nightmarescape. Family Atomics, yeah. Honest question. I get why you don't vote for presidents. I'm curious if you vote locally, though. I do or do not, and it's none of your business. I don't talk about it anymore. I don't talk about where I vote, how I plan to vote. It's just toxic. Every time I've talked about it, it's been a toxic fucking experience for me. And so I do or I don't. You can decide, right? It's up to you to vote locally. Or not, right? I don't care anymore. The kind of like system of electoralism in this country is something that I find myself completely and utterly detached from at this point. I think it's been subverted, and do what you want with it, bro. Well, you giving me the mad face, bro, because I refuse to talk about how I'm a vote? Isn't that my right? Isn't it my right to not tell you how I plan to vote ever again? Isn't it your right to have your vote be fucking... Oh, it's not for me. Got it. It's for the electoralist. Got it. That's all I'm saying, man. It's been nothing but toxic for me to discuss it. I don't want to talk. It's just not something I'm interested in discussing anymore. I'm not an evangelist for voting. I never wanted to be in the first place. I've never been a get out the vote guy. Well, that's not true. I canvassed for Gore. I canvassed, well, I did like get out the vote fucking vote registration. I did a voter registration drive during Kerry. So, you know, I did, look, dude, in my fucking 20s, I went out there and I fucking tried to do the electoralist thing, try to get my friends to go vote. I'm done. I'm done, dude. It ain't nobody's fucking business. Dude, I ain't a vulture sitting on your shoulder when you walk into the fucking voting booth to go, and you ain't one on mine, all right? I choose not to talk about it. I choose not to say. And that'll be my answer from now till fucking eternity, bro. Get used to it, because that's it. That's it in its totality. It really is nobody's motherfucking business. Certainly none of your business. And I don't think it's any of my fucking business how you vote. Nor do I want you to talk about it. You know what I mean? I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. How you're gonna vote? After that, like I've said, dude, I'm looking forward to covering this electoral cycle, because after this, I'm done. I'm done. I've said it in the past. Fully done, bro. Fully done. It has been nothing but boring fucking content for me this whole year. Arguing with people and watching people screech at me, and then watching people admit that I was right, and then watching people screech at me again, and watching people admit. It's just like the cycle of it is so fucking retarded. And it's nothing but toxic to the community. It's just a waste of my time, because I'm a person that's willing to argue my position, whatever it may be, in good faith. And when so many people are coming at you with just jabs and stabs, and coming at you sideways, coming at you surreptitiously, it makes it almost impossible to do it, especially with politics. Everybody's got a fucking, it's like football, bro. It's like football. Everybody's got a fucking ulterior motive. Everybody's rooting for a team. I'm just done, bro. I don't give a motherfuck. Happy for you, but you'll be back. I'm not saying I'm never going to speak on politics again. It's just the electoralism shit, I'm done with it, right? You won't see me covering things in the same way. Like, we'll cover, I assume we'll talk about current events in some form, but it's not going to be the same way we're doing it now. And it definitely won't be getting caught in the mire of, do you vote? You should vote. You vote. People are, I can't tell you how many thousands of people over the last 12 years have expressed their deep concern over my one fucking vote. I can't do it no more, bro. Don't care. Never cared in the first place. Wanted to talk about policy. Wanted to talk about functionality when it comes to the fucking two-party system. Wanted to talk about labor. Wanted to talk about labor rights. Wanted to talk about a mass protest movement. Wanted to talk about a paradigm change. Had no interest in whether the Republican or the Democrat won. Ever. It's been 20 years since I've given a fuck. And I'm not going to pretend I give a fuck. Good news. Yeah, good news only, bro. I think that, but honestly, good news, but like legitimately, like, is this good? Do we have anything other than shit we've said a million times to say about this? No, we don't have it on there. How about that? Just like covering all the headlines. It's just like fucking numbing. I'm ready for Trump to be out of the media, tired of seeing him. Well, fucking settle in, baby. Settle in, because do you hear it? Hold on. I know the dog makes it hard, but listen. Do you hear it? Trump. Do you hear that? Trump. Sounds very distant. But I thought I heard, could you guys hear that? I'm hearing it. I'm hearing it. I'm hearing it, y'all. Let me ask you guys a question. Be straight up honest, okay? I want a straight up honest. Are you hearing it? Straight up honest. I feel like he's about to run it. I feel like he's about to win it. I'm not like, dude, that ain't me rooting. Are you here? But I'm starting to feel like there was an underestimation again on the Dems' part. They chose poorly. They decided to get temporarily disaffected Republicans and shit involved instead of like going after the left. Going left on one fucking thing would have probably won, but they didn't do it. Dude, because I'm not saying it's loud and obvious, but I can hear it on the wind. Trumpet, 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 trumpet. And it sounds like, if you listen to it, it sounds like it's picking up steam slowly. Trumpet, 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 trumpet. Trumpet, 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 trumpet. It's like, do you hear it, bros? Do you hear it? I can hear it. I can hear it. I'm not going to lie to you and tell you I don't hear it. I hear it. Oh, it's going to be terrifying. It's going to be horrible. And you're not going to get rid of Trump for 4 years because they won't let him die. They'll resurrect his ass from whatever happens. You know they'll do it. So he ain't going to die. Dude, I swear to God, there's a universe, right, where that dude, like Trump didn't point at the Mexican thing, right? And he didn't move his head, and that dude noodled him. And Trump, oh my God, Trump's dead, Trump's dead. But then they go like, we have not heard confirmation that Trump is dead. And like 2 weeks later, there's like a Senate hearing, like, we demand to know, is Mr. Trump alive or dead? Is he incapacitated? And then all of a sudden, he's like, he's got like the part of his skull that got blown off is just like shiny chrome. He's got one red eye. He's like, okay, you know, I'm back. You know they're gonna give him all of that shit, bro. He's got like a fucking hover chair now. It's like, come on. Like, what the fuck, dude? He might choke on a Big Mac. No, because he's got people like within fucking arm's reach of him that are going to give him the Heimlich. You know what I mean? Every one of those goddamn fucking... If they didn't know it before, I guarantee you all of them know it now. All them fucking Secret Service people and all them people that work at the White House and the fucking Mar-a-Lago and shit. Every last one of them knows how to fucking hork a Big Mac out of the big man. You know what I mean? It's probably happened a few times. He's probably got a choke assistant that watches him while he eats every Big Mac. He'll get a stroke. They'll take him to fucking Sloan Kettering or whatever the fuck and put a new brain in him. Dude, you see what they did when he was dying of COVID? This motherfucker got COVID at a time when it was like... People like him died when they got it. He's fat and old. It's basically the people that were dying at that time. They put this motherfucker in a thing. He looked awful. They put this motherfucker in some kind of capsule and pumped him full of experimental shit, and they put him right back in the fucking White House. He was like... They ain't never gonna fucking let him die, dude. He's eternal, okay? I'm just letting you know. Trumpatron. All that shit that Elon's been working on, it's all coming for Trump, dude. He's been secretly making the cyber brain, the whole thing, bro. Trump's consciousness gets uploaded to a fucking robot. Come on. Dude, there is a universe where Trump wins by a hair, right? Throwing the country into chaos. Here's the thing. This is the fucked up thing about this election, guys. It is whoever wins is going to win by a hair, and it will throw the country into chaos, right? So here's what happens. Here's the universe, right? And you know this exists because you're right. Trump's fucking old. He's 80. Trump wins. He celebrates a little too hard, strokes out. Right? There are like 3 days that people know Trump is the presumptive nominee, that they hide that he's dead. And then they reveal that he's died and that J.D. Vance is the president. That would be fucking strange. That would be that's a twist, right? That's a twist. That's a twist nobody saw coming. Dude, who knows, dude? But that mascara, you know J.D. Vance is an assassin, bro. A lot of people are making fun of him of that mascara, but I know what that shit means, bro. I ain't never seen a man that wears that type of mascara that didn't have wrist blades, bro. J.D. Vance will climb up on a motherfucking steeple and jump into a hay bale, is what I'm telling you. All right? So he might be like, congratulations, Mr. Trump. Yeah, buddy. Oh, no, Mr. Trump. Dude, I know what that mascara means, and so do you, dude. He's an assassin. All right? A fat couch fucking assassin. Okay? You ain't ever seen the likes. All right? You don't want to fuck with him. A pudgy-faced, cherubic, couch-porking assassin. Killer. A killer, bro. It's the only thing that could mean. I don't know, man. Do I want to play another fucking MMO? Maybe. I don't know. I'll see what it looks like. I'm going to check the lay of the land before I commit. These MMOs, can I be honest with you guys, man? Unless they're going to do something different, these MMOs are whack. They're boring as fuck, and I don't want to play them no more. I refuse. Anybody feel the same way? I'm just done. They're all the same, bro. I'm just done. Unless they do something crazy and fun and different with it, I'm not playing another fucking goddamn MMO. Dune game, you played it, or what are you in, like a beta or whatever the fuck? Yeah, see, that's why I don't get jazzed up for that shit no more. Dragon Ball is fun, bro. It's a little skibbity though. It's not a fighting game. I don't know, man. It's a lot of fun. I will tell you what it has done. It's really like reminded me of how fun Dragon Ball was when I was into it. You know what I mean? And that's cool. It's cool to see these old characters, and they clearly put a whole lot of work into the game, and it shows. And so I'm having fun with it. But as far as like wanting to be competitive with it, it's just I don't really enjoy the fighting system all that much. It's an arena fighter. I'm not saying it's not a fighting game. I'm just saying it's an arena fighting game, a la the first one that I played that it reminds me of was on the fucking Dreamcast, and I can't remember what the name of it was now. I think it was on the Dreamcast. Some Gem Warrior or some shit. I can't remember. Just curiously, you can quit smoking. Thanks for subscribing. I want an MMO where they don't hold your hand like you're some pussy at a fucking Disney resort, bro. Next is Lava Land. I hate that fucking shit, bro. You guys are all into that shit? Come on, man. You made it out of the deep, dark forest land, and you rode the magical flying unicorn to your next quest area. Spooky Lava Land. Like, bro, you ain't done this 28 fucking million times already, bro. Never was into MMOs. No, I mean, I liked MMOs, bro. They were cool back when they weren't pussy games, okay? But as soon as they became pussified games, they became like the lowest common denominator. Now it's just like literally, I swear to God, and you dude, put this to the test. You could take your key, like get started brand new WoW account, right? And start a human paladin, right? And here's what I want you to do, right? Put your keyboard underneath the cushion on your seat and just like wiggle your butt around, right? And then minimize the window. Dude, I swear to God, you'll 0 to 60 that motherfucker. You literally, dude, it's on autopilot, bro. Just wiggle your butt around on the keyboard, bro, for like an hour or two, and you'll have a 60. And you can start, you know, playing the upper level content. You know? It's retarded. A sky world. Oh no! I hope there aren't fuzzy bunnies that try and hit you with sticks. Or mean pigs. Hello, 40-year-old man. Play the latest Legend of Zelda. Lamb Bopper Surprise. The little lambs have escaped, and only Link can save them from Ganon, the bad pig man. Wow! Then you'll tell people like, yeah, those are kind of like kid-like games. I really don't like them. They feel like they're like made for 8-year-olds, and they're like, nuh-uh, because In Breath of the Wild, you have to use telekinesis to put the blue block in the blue hole and the red block in the red hole. And then it goes doo 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 doo, and you get a key. Yeah, but watch out for the evil purple goop. Oh no! It's like, no thanks, dude. Do you ever play Legend of Zelda Wind Waker? Yes, I liked Wind Waker a lot. I enjoyed Zelda, the formula of Zelda, up until about that point. I think the Wind Waker era was probably the last time I felt like they really added something to the formula that was worth checking out. Since then, it's just been retread after retread after retread after retread after garbage open world game. Oh my fucking god. Like, I need another one of those. You can fly anywhere. Turtle Island. Mean Pigman's evil castle. The dungeon where the roly-poly guys hit you with rocks. Dude, the puzzles and fucking... Dude, I sat, okay, and I watched somebody play Breath of the Wild for a while, okay? Can I just say I put in my hours? Dude, the puzzles are literally fucking kindergarten level, dude. Take the red circle stone and use your telekinesis powers to put it in the red circle hole. It's literally that thing you put in front of babies where it's like blue star hole, yellow star hole, red triangle hole. You know what I mean? It's like, give me a fucking break, bro. It's an all ages game. How hard can they make it? Get real with it, dude. You really want to argue with me as a grown ass man that it's a puzzle game? I mean, yeah, like baby's first puzzle game. It's an all ages game. You can't argue. How hard can they make it? Because that's why it has a 96% rating. Yeah, because 96% of people are functionally retarded and can't play video games. And so they like playing Bunny Bopper Simulator 9000, yeah. Most high schoolers today have a third grade education. I know. I'm aware. Fully aware, dude. Trust me, I deal with it fucking all the time here. What do you think a 20-year-old right now has? The answer, by the way, is a 6th grade education, on average. Yikes. Oh yeah, gotta love Swishers. Gotta love them. They're just fucking fantastic. I play Zelda for the cute Tig Bitty Bilfs. that's another whole thing. Never mind, dude. I don't even want to get into that sad, sweaty world, bro. The world of porn video games. Bro, you can't escape it on fucking... So here's the problem. On Steam, if you turn off porn games, then it'll block, like, games like The Witcher that have adult content in them as part of the game. So in order to not block games like that you might want to play, you have to see literal, like, nipple twister 27, giant titty MILF hunter, pussy pounder, not, you know what I mean? And it's literally just a game where you click the mouse and your dude thrusts, you know? And it's like, and you really want to argue with me about the average gamer being trustworthy to give that 96% to Breath of the Wild? You really, how's that 96% holding up in your esteem now that you know that? It's just like, dude, when are you gonna learn that, like, the average person doesn't know shit? The average person's got shit taste. The average person's got retard level fucking media literacy. The average person doesn't know what good is, right? Man, that's a rough thing to walk away and get a drink on, but that's what's gotta happen, folks. It is pretty chilly. Like in a pleasing way. Tonight is the type of night I would make a little fucking bonfire. Not a bonfire, just like a little fucking campfire. Just a little poker of a fire, you know? Dude, I saw one of my nieces tearing it up at Breath of the Wild, just jamming on the A button, bro. Just jamming on it. Running around, literally, you jump off the cliff, hit A. see a monster, hit A till it's dead. She was just jamming it, dude. She was beating the game. It was nuts. She's like 5. It was wild. Okay? It was Breath of the Wild, is what it was. You know what I'm looking forward to? Legend of Zelda, the Turd of Awakening. Zelda gets constipated, right? And then she blows this fucking... You know what I mean? Like a bull ringer. And then fucking Ganon comes and freezes time and grabs the duty and then jumps back in time with it, you know? And Link's gotta go find the fucking... Yeah. Yeah. The Turd of Awakening, bro. He's gotta save Zelda's shit, bro. So about as much input as one of those text adventure games from the 80s then. Yeah, I guess so. They can't show poo in those games. But they had poo in fucking Conker's Bad Fur Day. Remember? They had poo. You into anime, Polo? Do you like animes? Bro, I'll never forget the stampeding herd of fat Narutos that ran through the fucking, they ran through the, like, what do they call that? Like the merchant area of this weeaboo con I was at. These motherfuckers, each one of them had to be 300 pounds. And they all had headbands on. I don't know what the significance of the headband is, other than it's the one that Naruto wears that has a metal plate. And they had their hands back like that. And I'm not, and they were running around and trying, like, everybody was just kind of like, even the furries were just like, you know what I mean? It was like, I am the great mighty Pooh, and I'm going to throw my shit at you. Gonna be a Pokemon trainer for Halloween, and my girlfriend is a Pokemon. Judge me. Oh, that's cool. That's cute. That's like a couple. That's, you know, that's a couple's cute little no, seriously though, you're gay as fuck. But whatever. I mean, you know. Usually, like, adults that are, like, really into Halloween, like, dressing up and going out and trick-or-treating, going to... You know what I mean? Like, if you're going to, like, an adult costume party, I guess that's cool. But if you're just, like, dressing up to nerd around or whatever... Yeah, couples costumes are kind of whack. Like, can we be... You're right, Mark. They are kind of whack. Let's be real. They're kind of whack. They're very whack. They're whack as fuck. Oddly enough, anime is big in the bodybuilding community. Gross? I don't know. I don't know how I'm supposed to... I don't know how I'm supposed to react to that. For some reason, gross feels right. I'm just going to stick with my original reaction. Gross. Anime is big in basically every community. I know. Oh my god, bro. That's my lament of having to live in a world of anime. Take me home, Jesus. Take me home to the fields where I might roam. It's the lament, bro. The lament.
I think you're hungry at all?
Yeah, I could probably eat something here in a bit.
I think maybe have some pizza or
Yeah, toss in one of them fucking pizzas.
yep, put some jalapenos on it.
Yes. That sounds great. Real Christian, yeah, dude. Dude, only when I have to. Only when there's, devilry to put back. Then I invoke my fucking white Christian privilege, okay? Sing a hymn. I'll sing a hymn at evil.
It's brisker out here.
I like it. I'm loving it. I hope it kills flies. I hope it kills them all. Dead. Paul needs a private jet. Yeah. Listen to me. The Lord said I need a private jet. Well, there was that one guy that was like he needs another private jet. He needs an upgraded private jet. And then didn't he say that like riding on a plane with regular people, it's demons on there?
I can't recall.
He said something like that. Like, yeah, he was like, "What do you want me on the plane with these demons?" It's like that's the plane we're on, you fuckface. With the demons. It's another one where the Christians are actually accidentally right. There are some people that are literal demons on fucking airplanes, dude. And there's some children that are literal demons as well. That's the worst. I hate that. Kinder error needs to happen. I can't tell you how many flights I've just had a squalling baby. I've got to get some good noise canceling fucking earbuds. Yeah. And just fucking throw them motherfuckers in there and just like fucking rock out the whole goddamn time because I can't deal.
You haven't been on a plane in a hot minute now.
Yeah, well, that's about to change. My fat ass about to jump a plane. Well, maybe not like about to, but
sometime next year.
Yeah, well, I want to get back. I want to try and get all the way back east early next year. The first couple of months of next year, maybe 3 months of next year, come hell or high water. I want to go get my tattoos done, and I want to go see your grandmother. And that's that. If we have meetups, then great. If we don't, then we just need to make the trip anyway. I'm talking about it too long. Are you serious about skydiving? I would do it if I could get down to I think you have to be like 230 pounds to be able to tandem jump. I don't know that I'll ever be that weight, but yeah, I would do it. I have no compunctions about doing a skydive.
It's between 225 and 240, depending.
So I was right, 230.
Depending on your height.
Sure. Yeah. And your first jump, from what I understand, has to be a tandem jump.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't want to do multiples, probably. It's something I would do one time and have the experience of it and be done with it. I've always liked like thrill rides and stuff. I think it's just because of how I was raised.
Dude, this website's like, if you're carrying a few extra pounds that you perhaps don't need, then maybe let this be the motivation.
Yeah.
Lose weight to skydive.
Hey, there you go. Yeah, I don't need it that bad, but yeah, it's something that I would consider doing. If, I wouldn't go out of my way to do it, but it's something I would do if you know, I met the parameters of it and shit. But yeah, no, skydiving, because I have, you know, my biological parents and then 2 step parents. So 4 parents in total. Of my 4 parents, 3 of them have done a skydive. So it's like, they survived. I can probably make it too, I would imagine. And they all say it was amazing. So I'd like to do it.
Can you go in like those little tubes where it feels like you're skydiving, or is that the same problem?
I have no idea. I've never. They have one of those in Vegas. They have them all over the place now, I guess. So. But yeah, I like riding thrill rides, and I like, you know, I don't know. I guess I don't like it all that enough to really seek it out or really want to do it much. But I like doing things like.
Well, I think there was that one time where you're too big for this ride that like put a shadow over it for you.
Yeah, well, that was just that sucked, bro. That was just a tough thing to have to deal with in your life, you know. You're like, God damn, too fat to ride the roller coaster, bro. Damn, son, that's fucked up. Too fat to ride the roller coaster in Texas, of all places. Yeah, dude, too many rolls for the roller coaster, bro. Oh, epic.
What about bungee jumping? Do you do that?
No.
No?
Never. Not a fucking chance. No.
You think it's more dangerous?
Yes. I trust a parachute way more than I trust a big rubber band, bro. Hell the fucking no. No. Plus bungee jumping is like parachute or like skydiving, but a bunch of times. It's like you go down and then you bounce all the way back up and you have to fall again. It's like, fuck that. No. I want to see one, you know, I'd rather have one long trip down than all that fucking boinging bang that. I don't need that shit.
Is it because it's unpredictable compared to a roller coaster?
Yeah. I don't know. It's just that I think they're dangerous. I'm cognizant of danger. I think skydiving is relatively safe. I think that roller coasters are relatively safe.
Otherwise, they wouldn't let every Tom,
Right.
Dick, and Harry get on them.
Right. And people would argue that bungee jumping is relatively safe, but it just doesn't seem that way to me. What's the highest coaster? I have no clue, man. The sad part about it is I haven't traveled a whole lot to like different theme parks in the country, so I really haven't ridden a whole lot of really tall stuff. I guess probably Superman at Six Flags, which is pretty fucking tall. I know it's the tallest coaster there.
In Maryland?
What?
In Maryland?
No. No. Magic Mountain. Six Flags Magic Mountain.
Okay.
Yeah. They might have closed the ride, but yeah.
Escape from Krypton in LA. Okay.
Well, it's
called Superman Escape from Krypton.
All right, got it. Yeah. And it's just like it's a velocicoaster or whatever that shoots you straight up in the air. And
it was originally known as Superman the Escape, so
yeah.
they renamed it.
Got it. Yeah.
When it opened in '97, it was the tallest in the world.
Yeah.
That was a long time ago.
Yeah. I rode it back then. Dude, here's a wild thing. This was one of my favorite things because you didn't have to be a certain age to get in.
Mm-hmm.
Like you could, if you were, I think you did, but like to be in unaccompanied or whatever, they'd let you in if you were like 16.
Mm-hmm.
So as soon as we could drive, one of the first things we did was we all got together. We pooled our money to put enough money together to get us all into fucking Magic Mountain for the day. And we just went up and then drove all the way back. And it was so much fun, bro.
0 to 100 in 7 seconds.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Okay, so as of last year, it was the 3rd tallest. So it's still pretty damn tall.
In the United States? Or 3rd tallest world? Damn. So, yeah. Okay, so I've ridden the 3rd tallest fucking roller coaster in the world, bitch. And multiple times, too, bitch. What? Now what? Midway through the substance, usually 2 viewing chaperones nowadays. What? Did you just want to get banned? You can just say, I want to get banned. Like, that's pretty easy, other than, you know, just getting me to, like, the old school, like, it turns to gibberish halfway through. Yeah, he transcended too far. Yeah, he's got to go. Go to King to Ka. I've heard the name of that, yeah. Dude, I'm still telling you, the wildest coaster I've ridden so far is Tatsu at Six Flags Magic Mountain. It's a Superman coaster. Well, not Superman themed, but it's like you stand and then you're put in a harness that bears your weight, and then you are tipped face down and you go on the coaster flying face first. It's fucking crazy. It pulls a reverse backflip, like, because you're underneath it instead of on top of it, so you're pulling, like, it actually pushes the air out of your lungs. It's such a tight loop. It's the gnarliest thing I've ever done on a coaster. It's just a wild feeling to go on that coaster, bro. It's like nothing else I've been on. I know there are probably wilder coasters, maybe, but Tatsu has got to be up there. It's fucking nuts. How, I don't know, like that fucking inverted backflip where it crushes the air out of your lungs because you just drag so many G's pulling through it is so fucking cool. It's so neat, bro.
Apparently, the tallest currently is in Jersey.
What is it called?
It's called King to Ka.
That's what they were telling me. King to Ka, yeah. Jersey Six Flags is the tallest one, yeah. But I've ridden the 3rd tallest one, motherfucker, so don't talk to me, bitch. And I rode the tallest one in the world when it was fucking still the tallest one in the world, bitch.
Oh, but it says the height restriction is 77 inches. How tall is that?
So, height restriction to go on King to Ka?
You can't be taller than 77 inches.
Well, TJ would love that. That's
so
a
6'5", so he's just a little too tall.
Yeah, TJ's got a built-in excuse. Can't go on King to Ka, guys. See, that's the thing about I think TJ would enjoy the fucking abandon of a roller coaster if he let himself experience it, but he's just like terrified of them. He really does not like the idea of going upside down on a fucking thing. He'll ride a coaster that doesn't go upside down, and sometimes those are freakier to me than the ones that do go upside down, honestly. Because the ones that go upside down, they strap you in 8 ways from fucking Sunday. Like, and the ones that don't.
Have you been on the ones that it's like duck or you get decapitated?
I mean, obviously you don't have to duck, but they make it feel that way. Yeah. Six Flags has one of those that's notorious. The first drop is pretty killer on the Big Dipper. Or no, it's not called the Big Dipper. It's called Colossus. Sorry, the Colossus at Six Flags. It's a wooden coaster. And the first drop is pretty crazy. You go through a tunnel and you come out of a tunnel on a bank, and there's those boards that are like, and it looks like you have to duck, but you could be like, you know, but it just doesn't feel safe, you know. I would absolutely shit myself going on that. Yeah, the only types of rides that I'm really reluctant to go on nowadays would be like carnival rides. I was wild when I was a kid going on some of these carnival rides, dude. I used to do stupid shit in them, and I've had some stupid experiences, bro. In these like carny rides, the zipper and the fucking ring of fire and all that shit. Fuck those, bro. You can go get flips somewhere else, bro. Go to Six Flags, man. So I would probably, you won't catch me riding that shit no more. I might get on the Gravitron though. That's pretty tight. I like the Gravitron. But who doesn't like the fucking Gravitron, bro? Honestly. Colossus is now Twisted Colossus. Dude, me and Amelia gotta get hit up fucking. Now that I've lost weight, maybe I lose another 20 pounds or so, we gotta hit it up, dude. I just want to make sure my ass is not too fat. You know, I'm pretty sure I'm not too fat right now, but I want to make absolutely sure, bro. Get over there and then let's ride all those, because I think Amelia would love some of those fucking coasters, bro. They're just a lot of fun. It's just fun being there, man. I like Six Flags quite a bit. You got to try and go in the off season and go on an off day, because like trying to go on the weekends is fucking retarded, bro. And you just got to kind of like resign yourself to it being busy no matter when you go. And you got to resign yourself to getting your pocket picked for the fast pass or whatever, so you don't have to wait in fucking line for every goddamn thing. And getting your pocket picked for the frozen lemonade, because you got to get one. That's like the thing with me. I have these things that I associate with going to certain places that I've been a lot and I like. And Six Flags is one of those places. And like, you got to get a big giant frozen lemonade when you go. You got to ride the Viper like 5 times. You got to ride Colossus once, because you're a pussy if you don't, even though it sucks, because it's scary. And then you got to ride Tatsu, and you got to ride X, and you got to ride, you know, just whatever they got over there, whatever's new, you got to jump on that fucking thing and ride it. See what's what with it, you know. I like that about that place, man. I miss that. It's been way too long since that'll be a fun thing too. It'll be a fun goal for me, because it'll really like represent that I've made, you know, like a lot of progress in my like weight loss and stuff. That'll be cool. You know, I won't have to worry about it. I can go ride the rides that I likes to rides. I've ridden X, or X2 as they call it now. Yeah. Only one alcohol drink per guest. What a joke. Whatever, dude. I'm just gonna have edibles coming out my fucking asshole when I'm there, bro. I'm gonna be stoned as fuck, bro. I'm not gonna want to drink. I would rather there not be like a bunch of drunk idiots running around in fucking Six Flags, bro. That would be sweet. That would be totally tight if there weren't a bunch of drunk morons around, because they usually don't make things more fun, you know? I like coasters, but I intend to enjoy the low thrill ones more. Just a cat. Yeah. I can understand. I'm pretty extreme when it comes to coasters. Like I swear to God, I have not seen anything that they've made that I would not get on, could I get to it. You know what I mean? And I've never like shied away from a coaster. I will tell you, the most scared I was to ever go on a coaster was the first time I rode Superman at Six Flags. Because that shit was new, that Velocicoaster shit, where it just like, the whole coaster is that shoots you straight up in the air, but higher than any fucking coaster in the world at that time would ever go. It's obscene. It's still one of the scariest fucking things you can do. And that coaster, dude, I tried to talk myself out of going on that one a couple of times. But I was like, I was already in line, bro. And that's one of the things I like about it too, is I will never go through the willing shame of like skipping a coaster because I'm too pussy to go on it because I got through the line and I just couldn't do it. I will not do it, dude. Once I'm in the line, it's like, dude, you've committed. You're jumping off the cliff, bro. Superman at Six Flags, Georgia. Yeah, I'm assuming it's the same thing, or close to the same thing. Similar thing, at least. Yeah, I don't go on that. I don't go on the rotating swing ride. Fuck that ride. I don't go on super tall Ferris wheels because they're boring and they scare the shit out of me. I don't like it when they get all super high and they're like, everybody's like, hey, and there's some asshole in there that rocks it a little bit. I can't do that, dude. I'll ride any roller coaster, but fuck a tall Ferris wheel, bro. I don't even care to do it. Oh, I love a big drop. I love a straight drop. I love a twisty drop. I love a back flip. I love a front flip. I love a fucking inverted flip. I love a corkscrew. The Viper at Six Flags is no joke. It's got a triple backflip, which is pretty fucking cool. Right in a row. One, and then a big one, and then you use the momentum of that big one to go through one more small one out into a heavy bank. And then it does a barrel roll right after that. Viper is a nasty fucking coaster, bro. You got to ride it like 5 times. It's my all-time favorite coaster. Yeah, I think at Six Flags, they make you empty your fucking pockets out and shit if you're going on a coaster. So people are sneaking these fucking phones in pouches and their shit. Because they make you, like, put your shit in a locker. Like, you can't have, because, yeah, like, your keys come out of your pocket. That's like a bullet to somebody's face. It sucks. Anyway, I'm going to go eat pizza. Have a good night.